that we are once again live. Welcome to another stream of Buddha and Zionics playing games poorly. Tonight we are continuing our playthrough of Satisfactory on the experimental branch. I think I might have lied to you, Buddha. I don't think
We're
I'm
not
actually
at
making
rubber.
rubber yet. Well, we are at rubber, I just haven't made the...
Zionics is a fibber. Fibber, fibber. One rule in life, never trust the Zionics.
Perfity! Perfity!
Such a fun word.
It is. Alright, so...
You know, I was at work and somebody was like, God, I just want to throw this out the window. I was like, yeah, that's right. Defenestrate it. Silence. Uncultured, unlearned heathens. Yeah, everything now needs to be fucking, well, doesn't have to be, but pretty much needs to be automated.
Yeah.
Plastic.
No.
Yeah, plastic, rubber, motors. Ah, that's what those are, cables. Easily had 1,000 cables.
I'm trying to figure out why my rubber isn't being made, but guess there must be something going on with my power line?
Well, check a power pole. Do you got power or not?
Yeah, it looks like I have power. Well, I think I have power.
Yeah, we're making 1.8 megawatts. We're consuming 800 megawatts. Max consumption when everything needs the maximum drain is 13, so we have enough to cover, even though our production is very fluctuating.
Water is full.
Apparently I need to come to check Zionics' work. He might have made the same flaw that I made, and sometimes you forget to carry the negative. Which kind of actually works when you think about it with electricity.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't have input?
No, my refineries are backwards.
I don't want to watch you in your shame. It'll make me feel dirty. What? I thought the input was the output was the input. This is why you have to see the doctor.
That's what I tell my girlfriend.
Huh?
I thought the input was the output. And banned by Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we could have taken a lot further, so, but yeah, I had to stop about. And we have, oh wow, we found ourselves a purple. I don't remember that. Done with power slug research. Need to find some bacon. Oh, I think you said you found some. I wonder if you dropped it off.
Yeah, I believe I dropped it off. I'm an idiot.
The internet agrees.
Yeah, they do. No reason not to, honestly.
Ah,
Look at
no.
that fucking display.
Oh, we do only need one. Well, probably need like 3 actually, but one will get 1 research done.
regular rubber then.
So yeah, we need 2 more bacon, then we'll be done with the nutrient tree.
I
Quartz we
have
need.
2 more bacon.
Oh, then we're done. As soon as you stop being lazy.
I'm coming home. I have
So we
my
need
power
stinger
line
recipes,
transportation.
and then we need greater Caterium. And then Caterium, we need to be able to get to high-speed connectors, which requires plastics. I'm still a little curious what bullet... I mean, I'm assuming it's exactly what it sounds like, but bullet guided system.
Huh. Familiar with that term.
Oh, it's a new one.
It appears to be English, but
Do you speak it? Turbo fuel, compacted coal. Both of which requires expendable hard drives, which is a fucking shot in the dark unless they've expanded the hard drives.
I think we eventually get to the point where we're not using the hard drives, but I mean, we got a lot of alternate recipes to unlock.
Well, that's where, unless they've expanded, because, well, to be fair, maybe that's for the truly hardcore players, because I think we've only done maybe half the world, or a quarter.
Yeah. Good God, this is a long journey home.
Mm-hmm.
Got how long this journey was. I need to run a hypertube. Jump in the hypertube, go make myself a sandwich.
Seriously.
Almost there.
Just another 10 minutes.
I'm at the space elevator. I'm putting this in the MAM.
Putting what?
Use bacon.
No, no, don't do it. You don't have everything. Just put it in the box.
Roger that. Where are we storing bacon?
We have no bacon. I used the one we had.
Oh, okay. Here's 5 more bacon.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'll finish off the ma'am.
It's pronounced ma'am.
Motherfucker. That still makes me laugh.
Oops. Good.
Okay, so now we can make inhalers, which, not a gripe, is no longer necessary. 1, 2, 5.
Those numbers don't make any sense.
1 bacon, 2 berries, 5 nuts. So it's progressive of how rare they are. So 1 for the rarest, 2 for, yeah, doesn't matter. But like I said, one of the changes that they made that oh, do you have blade legs? Yeah, you got blade legs.
Yeah, I got blade legs. Do I have blade legs?
You were just the slow one.
I was just a slow one, but now I'm no longer the slow one.
Keeping the SAMs. Coal, sulfur.
entrance.
You gonna make a platform or something, or just on the ground?
We don't really have any platforms over here.
Well, are you going to make a platform?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, screw it. Foolish decision when I was younger.
Last week.
Mm-hmm. Actually, this was probably 2 weeks ago. Speaking of which, famous P-star Khalifa says, you know what? It's worse to be a in the military than it is to be a sex worker.
Oh, hey. You're immediately one up. Right? Or am I not understanding that?
Yes, I am actually worse than a sex worker.
Oh,
Socially,
you're worse
according
than
to
a
her.
sec. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it goes whatever, sex worker, military. Because you're selling your body to the government, as she puts it. It's like, yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to sell my body to anything, it's going to be private sector, I guess. Yeah.
But I mean, if my body has to go anywhere, it's totally the private sector. But yeah, she got razzed for it, and it's like, what? It's like, you're stupid. But to each their own. I mean, I understand perfectly well. Every once in a while, you think something, you say it, then as soon as the vocal cords release it, it's like, wow, that was dumb. But apparently, she's not as quick as I am in my stupidity, so it took her a little while and a lot of feedback. And then it's like, well, okay, you know, maybe there's slight difference, but I'm still better than a soldier. Yeah, that's kind of like that one guy who's like, you know, I'm a transgendered whatever, and I am braver than a soldier in World War II. Yeah.
Honestly, what I was going for is I may be a pedophile, but at least I'm not a Republican.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jezebel. That was the website, I believe. It was Jezebel.com. Uber feminist website. Go give it a look. It's worth a laugh.
Just as long as you approach this with a libs of TikTok and not a, oh, I'm actually curious what these people have to say.
These people could be insightful. No, there's literally zero chance of them being
There's
insightful.
no insightfulness. Well, the insightfulness is limited to, wow, these people exist?
You're insightful about them, not their truths, as it were. No, definitely banned by Twitch.
I don't know, is Twitch pro-pedophile?
I'm not going to respond.
And banned by Twitch.
Well, now that we're on this angle, so it's fascinating listening to females. So there's a couple of chicks that I've listened to in real life. These are real life females, not random TikToks trying to go for views type things. And they're sitting there going, you know what? The first time you marry for money, so you can divorce him and get half his shit. The second time you marry for love. So I should really not be looking forward to a marriage, I see.
So what's the third time you married for?
And apparently there isn't supposed to be a third one, or then you learn what true love is, and then that's the third marriage. I don't know. I don't even attempt to understand these people. Then, the second thing I heard that stuck out for me is this one chick. She's like, yeah, you know, I want to get married, but you know, if I can marry a guy, we have our own houses, and he just happens to send me a check every month, that would be ideal.
That's called alimony.
Yeah, and so, Yet again. So is this one of those? Yeah, I totally want to get married because I'll get shafted. I'm glad the marriage rates are going down. Okay, just turned in the motors, so I just jacked 100 motors, so now it's plastic and some rubbers left. But yeah, no, I heard that and it's just like, yeah. You know, if you're happy, that's all I'm gonna say. If you're happy. Spoiler, they're not. Well, correction. They are in the short term, sort of like a drug addict is.
Drugs make you happy.
Mm-hmm. But the happiness keeps going down because you get used to the high.
I suspect marriage is similar.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all do you.
Don't worry, I don't think we have a super strong female audience.
What are you talking about? 57 viewers, at least 4.
Oh, fuck me.
That's not gonna improve the female audience.
I'm nowhere near carrying enough copper plate for this shit.
Plate or sheet?
Eat.
Alright. I'll grab a chunk of sheet and come towards you then.
I might get there first.
So, well, I'm gonna say it anyways. So the first thing I was gonna say is I'm gonna jack all this sheet, and then I realized that could come off wrong.
Come on,
Nope.
don't you want to jack all the sheet? The sheet hasn't come in, man.
Seriously. It's just laying there. Been by Twitch. Apparently we don't want to stay on this platform.
No. We're about to make affiliate. Fuck it, let's burn this bitch to the ground.
You know, it's kind of like when we play RPGs. We actually prefer building up. Once you hit God tier, it's kind of boring. I mean, to be fair, affiliate isn't God tier, but you know, it's a level of success where it's like, yeah, I need another challenge. Oh, is the hypertube done or?
No, but it'll get you towards the end. But
I was gonna say I'll
I
probably be
already
quicker.
got a bunch of copper. Yeah, you can use the hypertube to get to the end.
Just wait until Xanax makes the bullet train.
I think you mean bullet hypertube.
Hypertube, bullet train, kind of the same thing in modern culture.
Now, the one thing I'm curious about is if I do the super speed on this particular tube, if if you come out the other end, if you'll just like die, you know?
It depends if there's something in front of it. I mean, you're gonna want to give some, fly space. Fuck it. I'm gonna head towards the.
You're running away from me.
Well, I don't know how full your inventory was, so I was thinking I would make a chest full of
it's
copper
fucking
sheet.
full.
So I'm gonna go towards the industrial complex. And I'm gonna make a chest and Sonic's fail.
Bro.
Well, I guess if we're doing hyper tube, it doesn't matter.
Help me, chainsaw! Get me out of this!
Ah, spazzing rammer.
Clicking 3.
That was
Die.
No, but I just put up. There's a small box over here with a copper sheet for you to pick up. Yeah, they're on top. They're on the top of it. Oh, how many people are gonna get that reference? I don't think Zyonix will get that reference. No, I'm quite sure he won't. Actually, he has a chance. He has a chance.
Nope, don't get it.
Zyonix fail.
Oh, fuck me.
And now I'm frozen.
Balls.
This is what you get for not getting my reference. Oh, I got out. You still crashing?
No, well, no, I'm not crashing at all. What happened to me is I ran out of steel pipe.
Well, I'm not able to pick anything up. I'm able to move now.
You need to quit and rejoin.
I might need to.
Whee!
Yeah, I much prefer the hyper tubes to this.
Well, the hypertube you can just like chill out. And...
Well, I get that. It's just that it's not smooth. I want to be able to go from, you know, cable to cable where right now, unless there's an angle, I'm like at a 0% to getting to the next cable. What can I say? I suck at this.
Channel your inner Mario, man.
Yeah, I'm not a plumber.
Just saying, you know, change direction midair.
Okay, so right next to one of the first oil extractors. Ooh, that's a new symbol. I have put down a near entire personal chest full of copper sheets.
Okay.
Of course, now I'm not trusting Zyonix, so I need to check his fucking work.
I changed the input to the output.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to be checking Zyonix's work. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Good.
If you want to take plastics and rubber, you can. I'm not doing anything with it at the moment.
Well, I just wasn't sure if it... Okay, I'll take it. I just figured it'd fuck with your output.
No, I'm not doing anything with any of it right now.
Well, it's because you have the heavy oil residue, so having the discrepancy.
No, I need to come up with something to do, how to deal with the heavy oil residue.
And your rubber has no power. Badooch. Man, Zyonix, I didn't know you had so many issues, but okay, we're not going to talk about it. I'll just head back to base.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. So everything's working for you again?
Yeah, no, well, correction. Yeah. So, yeah, no, during the little, I'm assuming lag spike, I wasn't able to pick up plants, and that was the thing that made me think that you were lagging out.
No, we're not dropping any frames.
No, we're solid now, but yeah, I was sitting there going, okay, I was stuck, I'm unstuck, grab plants, can't grab plants. Okay, let's start traveling. If nothing else, so to make it to where I can load into a more optimal location. Haha, I might have mastered the thing that's not going to matter soon.
Well, I mean, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck that.
I was gonna say, just from watching your construction already, I'm assuming you've been having fun with that.
Oh no, that wasn't intentional. Like if
No,
the
no, but I've seen it earlier where you're doing something, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's like, no, I don't want you to take a 90-degree angle up. It's gonna fuck with things.
90-degree angles are not your friend.
And they are not food.
No, they're just bad all the way around.
Yeah, as an antisocial person, I still find it fascinating listening to other people's conversations where it's like, y'all people are psychotic. Like, I've heard things about sociopaths and narcissists, and I know they don't exactly stand out, but Jesus, you're like the girl next door, which I guess is kind of what a narcissist looks like, but I just want to marry a guy and have him take care of my life while I do my own thing. Uh-huh, and what does he want? Why would I care? Yeah.
Let's be fair. We're talking about dreams here. Like, I wouldn't mind having, you know, a sugar mama.
Who comes over at will or at call, but is
Doesn't
young
stay.
enough to actually be attractive. Huh? No, that's actually one of those, and to be fair, I don't know how legit they are, but I assume a chunk of them are, is where it's like, okay, you know, this is Madonna on stage today. This is Madonna off stage tomorrow. And yeah, that's some nasty.
Time for the inaugural flight of the test tube. Whee!
So are you telling me you're ready for refills?
No. Are you ready? I mean, I can be, but I actually kind of
I'm
got
close. I just wasn't sure if I was going to slam because that test tube is going to take a minute.
What's up, Commander? What's going on, dude? How you been?
Yeah, it was a long
Whoa.
week.
Apparently there's a box on the tube I need to go deal with.
I didn't put it there. I thought you did.
Why the fuck would I put a box on the tube?
Ask why you do some of the silly things you do. You're the one who's like, I got a plan. I'm just like, fuck it, okay. Let Alex have his plan. I don't want to mess, because you know why I put that box there? No clue. Then you should have left it alone. Roger that. Whatever.
Why did you put this fork in this drawer? Huh?
It's an argument I care for, so I'm sorry. I'm just stupid. But how's your life going, Commander? Zox is apparently bitter about a drawer I put a fork into. First time I'm hearing about it, but you know, you learn things.
I gotta take a leak though. You're primary Buddha.
Yet again, another euphemism. He's really pissed off about that fork. not prepped for this journey. Whoa! Not ready for 4, especially when one of them is a beast. Hey, hey. Now that's some sexy. Pure coal.
I'm pretty sure Buddha already answered, but yes, we do live in the same house.
Oh, I didn't answer, sorry. Yeah, we do.
We are real life roommates.
Apartment? Zonix is a rich motherfucker. I'm just a homeless person that lives, you know, in an empty drawer.
Buddha uses the term rich loosely.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm poor, so Onyx makes more than me, i.e., rich. Fucking spitters.
So you grabbed the plastic, but you didn't grab the rubber.
There wasn't any rubber that I saw. It said no power.
And you didn't fix the no power issue?
No, because I don't know what magical plans you. I would put down power lines and you'd be like, why is there a power line here? Oh, I wanted a charge thing. That is not where the power lines go. I know you're OCD.
This is why we can't have nice things.
No, this is why we can't co-op nice things. This is why you have your nice things, I have my nice things, and then we just agree that your OCD is pointless when it comes to my nice things. See? Perfect sense. Oh, that's unfortunate. I got 2 high-level spitters. And they're right next to some geothermal. I don't remember when we unlocked those.
Geothermal is a fucking minute away.
That's right. I've learned how to strafe motherfuckers.
Right, that's why I put down a refinery. What can I do with Oh, no, not
Haha!
good.
2 dead spitters.
Coke, heavy oil residue.
So I have 2 low or base level quartz that we can tap into. 1 normal. 2 normals. Either way, that's gonna solve a shit ton of issues. I don't know if I can make enough drills. And I'm gonna want those as Mark II, so I'm gonna need modulars.
What's up, bot? What are you up to tonight?
Hey, hey. Bot meet commander, commander meet bot, commander bot.
Bot commander. So,
This is why-
go ahead.
This is why I love the space elevator. I always know where home is.
Commander, I am well, I guess software engineer.
I'm a random person who works for money. So I do nothing of note. My job is annoying. Well, I enjoy my job to an extent, but the people work for, I guess. Yeah, no, but yeah, no, I do nothing of note. So yeah, programmer and nothing of note.
Buddha doesn't like sharing personal details of his life.
I do not. I am a highly paranoid person.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how Bot gets paid to do that. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, what? Yet to get paid? He gets paid by yet to get paying? I mean, it's the perfect scam, but
Flawless. I didn't line this up like an idiot, did I? No, I did not.
maybe. Come on, man. You know the whole point of bots is so that people don't know that you're getting paid to watch us, but you know, you watch us so we can get paid. You know how this scam works. I mean, perfectly legitimate viewer thing. Yeah, you're ruining it. Damn you, bot. It's hard to scam when people know they're being scammed.
You're right, I have no idea.
Perfectly legitimate business
Enterprises?
practices. And back to the quartz. Crystal shard, and silica. I guess doing the inflated pockets would be the one I'm more interested in right now. Which I can't do right now. Goddamn inflated pockets.
One up.
Power Mark 1.
Wow, what kind of bullshit is this?
I don't know, but you did it. That's all that matters to me. Simpson did it! Sorry, I'm a huge South Park fan, so you'll probably only get the reference if you watch that.
Come on now, bot. No need to be dramatic.
I mean, well, Zonix is actually probably one of the people who no, he is the person who knows the most about me. But yeah, outside that, I don't trust people. I try trusting them. They're bad.
I mean, that's what you're here for, bot.
Did I? I mean, I did grow up watching what was that show again called? Oh, that's a fail. Reboot! Reboot! Of course, pretty much everyone is probably too young to remember that.
Yeah,
I remember getting
don't think
Zach to watch
anyone-
it for a little bit, and he's like, no, I can't do it. Come
No,
on, the main villain's named Megabyte, and his other villain is Hexadecimal.
I watched Reboot as a kid.
Oh, I thought I got you to watch it. You watched like 5 episodes, and you're like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I got no problem with Reboot.
Sadly enough, like most shows, it ended horribly.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I never saw the ending of Reboot.
Well, there is no ending, and it's sort of a, hey, look, we made it back, and hey, look, bad stuff happened, and hey, look, yeah.
Ah, so it's a sad ending.
I guess. Sad in my mind, at least. It was a great show for the time, though.
out! It's the no pointers.
No, one of the ones I still remember is there was a episode where they played a game like a what was that? The movie with the Necronomicon where he had a chainsaw for a hand.
Army of the Dead. I think.
Yeah, Army of the Dead. There was an Army of the Dead game. And they're sitting there going like, what kind of monster would play this? And you know, fourth wall breaking type thing, they would look into the screen and she's like, yeah, I'd probably play a game like that too.
You had that refill, Buddha?
Yeah. Just as it started ziplining. Yes.
Yeah, Buddha, where's your Dishonored stream?
Tomorrow.
I
don't yeah, tomorrow. I'm half thinking about sticking with 1400, but I'm not going to say that as a solid frame of reference right now. I still need to develop my own, this is what I'm doing and how I'm doing it type thing. Hey, I streamed when I said I streamed last week. You're going to be so embarrassed when you missed my pantomime stream. I did fix my audio issues though, so it won't be a silent stream, and I am just before the map where you run into the, well, I guess the greater map where the Inquisitor is. So I'm gonna be doing that, and as I said on my title, even though nobody heard what I said, I'm going for a low chaos run, not for a killless run, not for a ghost run. I did attempt ghost, but I ended up fucking that up right at escaping the prison. And the first time I messed it up was when you're supposed to open up that one door and plant the bomb. There's those two guards in a little office alcove type area. I went in there and I ran into one of the guards' peripheral, so I just bit the loss on that one. I mean, I could have saved and restarted, but if I do that, then I'm going to spend hours where it's like, no. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to run through the game. And then if I decide to try to recreate what I did when I was at my prime, where I straight up no kill, ghosted, no level ups, I might attempt that later. But right now, I'm way too rusty for that shit. So thank you, good sir. So, yeah, you're just going to get what's going to be equivalent to what was... Ooh, Buxieite. Don't remember what that's used for, but I know that's something we want. Yeah, High Overseer, that's what it was. And yes, I do plan on going for all the alternate Justice, I guess, for all the... That's the other one that I'm going to go hardcore on is I'm going to get the alternate. Like, the big thing that got me when I was trying to get or brand the High Inquisitor and no kill is I didn't use the what is it called, the circuit cutter or whatever. So when I didn't knock out Jeffrey or whatever his name was, he would run away and run into that, and so when I knocked him out first, the High Overseer would go out and get some guards. So I'm gonna streamline that a bit more. I'm not gonna be so parsimonious with my equipment like I have been. But yeah, I'm just silly like that. Hey, I did a great silent movie. You can pound sand. I did feel sad about killing that mate though. That was an accident, but it had to be done. She saw me. No, like I said though, I'm going. Oh, one thing that you wouldn't have caught because it was obviously verbal is I'm doing one cheat, so judge me as you will. I'm looking up the safe codes. I'm gonna save time on that aspect. So if I find the safes, I'm looking them up, but I'm not looking up the safe locations. That's one cheat I'm doing right off the bat. But to be fair, I think I remember where most of the safes are, so. You know, because of that, I'm gonna start streaming at noon tomorrow. Or earlier.
Buddha's not bitter at all.
Oh, I'm totally bitter. I do not deny my bitterness. How do I want to do this with geothermal right here? Yeah, oh, that's right. Geothermal has like 6 nodes, so they're all connected, so I have to literally skirt all of it. Oh, I forgot the fucking frames. Yeah,
This is
no,
why-
all the Dishonored codes are the same except for the one with the where you're hunting down the twins. That's the only one that has variability to it. The thing that irritates me is the 451 is supposed to be a reference to like the whiskey bottles or something like that. And I know that, and I try to look at the whiskey bottles, but I never fucking see them. So I'm stupid in some way on that one. I highly or readily admit that. In the behind the bottles, but when you pick them up, they are behind the bottles, and I remember picking them up and not seeing. So yeah, no, like I said, I'm stupid. I'm missing them somehow. I just been missing out thus far. Hey, like I said, I'm admitting. I didn't say I was well, I might have been a master once, but that was years ago. Kinda sounds like somebody out there never did do a ghost, no level, no kill run. And if you're jealous of that, I mean, I can't help it. God, that means I'm gonna have to do like on very hard. So that means I'm gonna have to do like 4 or 5 playthroughs just of game 1 just to prove it again.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the gauntlets have been thrown, Buddha. Like, I feel
No,
like you
because
gotta
right
demo
now
this
he
on
has
stream.
me locked in on doing the story, so I have to go through the story to have him go, see, look, I told you it wasn't a bad story. So right now I'm going for a story run through, which is why I am playing on normal, sadly. But then again, that's actually been one of those things that's killed some previous playthroughs for me. Is every once in a while it's like I remember the glory days, so I go back thinking, yeah, I could totally kick ass, and then within like 5 minutes I'm getting my ass kicked. And it's like, nah, I don't want to play this anymore. Keep the ego out of it. I want to play the game.
And as an update to one of our previous conversations, I did finally watch the Soul Reaver 2 cutscenes that was part of our deal. So I upheld my end of the bargain,
He
but
finally upheld his end of the bargain, and I think he won on that one because Speaker for the Dead was garbage.
Soul Reaver 2 was just meh.
Better than garbage.
I think you were overly critical.
No, I know I'm not. Really, you've mastered you've straight up done the hardest challenges and difficulties on every game you played? I mean, Dishonored is like a standout for me. That's one of the only games I've gone that hardcore on. Yeah, hardcore on. Like, if you want to hear some hardcore shit, talk to Xionyx when it comes to XCOM, both of them apparently, and Invisible Ink. That guy puts me to shame. I'm like, I beat normal. He's like, yeah, I'm doing very hard, endless. No, Not even attempting that.
I get way into squad-based
Turn-based
tactics
type games.
Yeah.
Well, turn-based strategy type. Yeah, no, Xionyx puts me to shame. Dishonored, my Dishonored run is probably my crowning achievement video game-wise. Well, that and Chrono Trigger. Well, maybe not. I've just put a shit ton of time into Chrono Trigger.
Alright, I am dropping off some plastic and some rubber in the hab box in case you need it for anything.
Yeah. And I will. I know I need it for... Because if I remember right, if I have plastic, I think I can make Mark III power lines. Not that we're going to need much, but those are still one that we want.
Alright.
Oh. Dead. I mean, I don't know. I remember you being surprised when I told you that I did the no upgrade hard, or what was it? No upgrade, hardest difficulty, no kill, ghost. So, yeah. So I did all of those on the Xbox 360. But, yeah, this time with I got all the DLCs and whatnot. So I come in with, you know, well, after you fall asleep and meet the outsider, I know I'll come in with like 3,000 gold and like 20 fucking bone charms. That's what they were called. And those help a lot. So if I win this time, or if I do anything this time, it's gonna be vastly less cool.
See if I can get this box in transit.
That'd actually be fairly impressive if you could.
Nope.
Yeah, no, thinking back, I think well, that's...
Buddha practices when he gets into things a lot.
Oh, dude, my gamer skills are shit. I'll admit that. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Go on potty real quick too.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I forgot to get plate. Like half the reason I went home. Yeah, no, with a little bit of egging on bot, I'm pretty sure you could get Buddha to do it on stream. He's always harassing me because I like to play games off stream just because I get burned out. Like, well, not burned out. Like, I feel pressure when I'm streaming to always try and be talking and being entertaining. You know, at least saying something, you know, even if I'm not particularly being entertaining. But Udo was always like, yeah, we should just stream every time we play something. And
I'm working towards it.
yeah, Buddha's working towards it.
So, no, I'm going to do Dishonored 2. That's part of what I'm doing, is instead of going for the perfect run, I am Dishonored 2. I'm playing through, not save scumming. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to try to do my best, like I said, for Ghost No Kill. I've already failed that absolutely. And that was actually something I was trying to explain, even though obviously no audio was coming through. Is one of the areas I believe people fail when it comes to Ghost No Kill, is you also have to do that on the first mission, mission as it were. When the Empress gets assassinated, you're not allowed to kill the assassins there. So I did succeed on that front, but the fact is I failed on the prison escape, and I did, like I said, I think I did a decent job all the way up until I was trying to go through those corridors, or I was trying to go into those two offices next to the lever lock gate, and I straight up fucked it up there. So at that point, I had already failed. But I knew I was gonna do it fresh off. with without saves coming. So, and even then, I think actually that was one of the things I was telling Psionics is one of the times I went well, 2 times I went through no kill, no power level ups, ghosting, and I was also trying to do like all the side missions, and I was trying to do all the Granny Rags missions. Problem is the very last Granny Rags mission, you have to kill somebody, either Granny Rags herself or somebody else. So I did that, and so I failed the no kill run, and then I ignored that doing the other run, but the no level up thing, I thought, or because it says no level up or power level ups except for Blink, so then I leveled up Blink level 2, but Blink leveling up, well, no level up except for Blink, so I leveled up Blink to level 2, but that counts as leveling up, so that failed the mission. So then I did a no power level up or ghost, no kill. I had to pretty much ignore Granny Rags because she was gonna force me to get a kill, and then I had to make sure I didn't do a Blink or level up Blink beyond 1. So yeah, I had a trifecta of stupidity on my end on that front. I could have swore you could kill them if you attacked and counterattacked properly. So you pretty much had to defend and back away. You don't have sleep darts at the beginning, do you? With the very first ghost when they're assassinating the Empress? I mean, if you do, then hell, I was making that harder on myself. I just thought you had sword and gun. I never even checked the equipment layout for the beginning because I thought the crossbow was giving you to buy, what's his name? Pietro. See, I could have swore they did count them as kill. Maybe that was an update later, but I could have swore when I did it, those counted as kills.
I mean, there's always a possibility of a difference between the Xbox 360 version and...
I was gonna say Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, it's possible, but I could have swore that was one of those things I looked up and it's like, yeah, no, if you do this, you lose the no kill. No, if I'm wrong, I'm fine with being wrong. Spent 90% of my life being wrong. I'm totally cool with it.
Being wrong is what we do.
I was gonna say that's like
molecular bonding features frequently observed in adhesives and medicine, both beneficial for field research. A new research tree can now be accessed in the map.
okay. I guess I gotta check my output real quick now. If they died, their bodies would be there, but since they teleport when you shoot. Okay. Yeah, no, I could have sworn, like, especially if you did counterattacks, you could straight up kill them. Yeah, no, I guess I'm wrong on that front. I'm good with that. 120, 120 then. Well, I gotta save my save myself some time then by going aggro instead of just running away and trying to learn the counter aspects. Fuck you, game. 120, 220 per minute, so I guess I can get away with 5 on that note. No, that's a lie. Yeah, because 3 would be 60. 4 would be 80. Yeah, so I can... 5 would be the middle zone, unless I want to go for a negative. And silica is 37.5. So 3 would be 115. So 3 and 5. Jesus. You find a better area for this. Also gonna have to upgrade my conveyor belts.
Yeah, you guys left me a long time ago, so I can't respond to you about, but sure Buddha will respond.
Yeah, well, actually, that's one of those things is when it comes to Dowd, it's one of those kill him or just steal his his pack. And going through the, what are they called, the wetlands? No, it's like the sewers or something like that, but some wetland sewers or something like that. That's where he makes his place, and that was the hardest place to go because obviously all his minions can fucking teleport.
Ooh, we can do manufacturing now. Nice.
And I'm gonna claim that's middle.
Go out one more. Yes, this music is quite calming.
Flooded districts. My apologies. Thank you. Yeah, especially when you go high chaos too. That flooded district is a bitch. But like I said, right now, that's one thing I hate about this game.
My favorite game?
I don't know, actually.
That's a hard question.
I mean, I can only tell you some of the games I know he spent the most time in, and that's where it's like I was saying, you know, Invisible Inc. and XCOM, but he is a very hardcore turn-based strategy type person.
Yeah, I do tend to get sucked into turn-based strategy. My favorite game. That's. I mean, there's a lot of games I really, really enjoy. Obviously, XCOM and Invisible Inc. Final Fantasy Tactics is what turned me on to squad-based strategy games. I've actually looked into Subnautica a couple of times, and it looks like a lot of fun. Honestly, I think the only thing that has stopped me from getting into Subnautica it has been the idea that I'm always looking for co-op games that me and Buddha can play together.
Well, I think it is co-op. I don't know, like, it seemed interesting, but I was never really turned on by the premise. I think it was my biggest issue.
I don't think it's co-op.
I thought it was. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Raft or whatever.
Raft is co-op, yeah.
But yeah, for me, I think the two games I can claim a certain level of mastery of, not speed running ish, but still mastery, is Dishonored 2, but obviously that was years ago, and or Dishonored, correction, and Mass Effect. I think I could possibly claim it with Mass Effect 2, but I got it to the point where I was starting off with fresh characters on impossible difficulty and running through that game in a day. So like I said, not speed running, but yeah, I was playing the shit out of that game. So in a sense, I was doing like, oh no, bad. I was doing like one Mass Effect run a day for pretty much a week. I got crazy into that game too.
Yeah, and he started with fresh characters in the hardest difficulty, and he couldn't hit level cap. He was so mad that he couldn't hit level cap.
I got to like level 58. I did everything I could, and then my dumbass was like, "Oh look, there's a new game plus." I've been wasting my god. It's a true story, and I'm still pissed about it. I don't even remember what led to me realizing that there was a new game plus, but I did not learn that on my own. I had to research it, or it was some accident of whatever. But yeah, no, I would make level 1 characters on the hardest difficulty, and I would get them up to like level 58, and it's like, why can't I hit level 60?
That's the level 60, the cap. You can't hit it.
Yeah, no, that was a couple of weeks of just enjoyment and pure anger and stupidity. But yeah, no, finding every mission, going to finding like one of those things is like, oh look, there's like 10 I don't remember Astarian matriarch writings, and I found 20 of the goddamn things. Like there's like plus 10 to everything. I found all of them. I killed everything I could. I did every mission I could, and I would always end at level 58. And sadly enough, that's not, well, yeah, it's not surprising, but if it has a good enough fan base, it's gonna have a co-op that's gonna be quite user friendly. And it's actually one of those things that made me realize I'm not a real, well, actually, to be fair, it was Dishonored. Dishonored made me realize I'm not a true gamer, just because, like I said, I was hardcore into that. I did a lot of things that I think maybe a lot of people couldn't do. And I was watching this one guy, he was doing a high chaos run, and it was just him fucking around on the final map. And this guy aimed up into the air with an incendiary crossbow bolt, fired it, killed like 5 people, turned around, looked to the left, or stopped, looked to the left near the beach, and then all of a sudden there was this one guard just flailing his arms in the air as he was burning to death. I'm like, how the living, you know what? No, I'm never gonna hit that level. I'm good, but I'm nowhere near that good. That's a Buddha not gonna play in type level good, because I mean, I like it. I don't like it that much. Instructor. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. I mean, going a little more esoteric, I guess, but there's games that speak to you, there's games that don't speak to you. If they don't, then they're not bad games, they're just games that don't speak to you. Like, going back to what Sonics likes. Outside, I'll pull that up, I'll talk about that later. But outside of, like, you know, our XCOM and whatnot, he schools me with his, I'm gonna take this on. But, and this is what I'm gonna point out because it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. XCOM 2 has some co-op capability to it, and we did 3 co-ops, I remember. Zonix may correct that. The first one, Zonix kind of cheated. Huh?
They were PvPs.
Yeah, they were PvPs, and we're more co-op-y people. But we did 2 PvPs, or 3 PvPs. The first one was to just test it out. Zonix knew more about the game and kind of cheated, and he won. The next time we played, I won because I made a pure ghost run, so all my characters were invisible. And then the third time we played, I won because of pure RNGesus. RNGesus was straight up blessing me, and Zyx was not a happy camper.
I was not a happy camper. Okay, why?
Ah, it was glorious.
Action. Oh.
Magpies are mean bitches, man. And don't say that to Zyx. He likes cats even though he's allergic. Actually, the entire internet likes cats. I'm
Yeah.
still not 100% sure why. Actually,
Yeah,
correction. I'm not even 50% sure why. Don't get me wrong. I like animals too, but apparently the internet loves cats, and I'm just like, yeah, cats are cool.
I'm using 75 coke a minute for power. Coke is going up.
Actually, that was one of those games that I want to go through the entire story of. I've only played and beat one. The big thing I've been running into right now, no lie, same issue that it's been, well, yeah, that's been hindering me playing Dishonored earlier, is I've been in the middle of some book series, and it's like, no, I want to listen to a book while I'm playing a video game, but when it comes to Dishonored, when it comes to Dead Space, you can't listen to a book and play that. That's like destroying 90% of the experience. You need to have the audio, you need to have the dialogue, you need to be engrossed. But yeah, no, Dead Space is a game I want to go through. Like I said, I've only played and beat one, and I suck at the asteroid aspect of that game. The stupid asteroid aspect. I'm sitting there, it's like, yeah, I'm doing fail. Okay, I'm doing fail. I failed that too many times, and it pisses me off. So, continue. So, yeah, I can get the high-speed wire. So, plastic and...
Yeah, limiter. Dead Space 3 is co-op. Huh, I didn't know that. And awful. Oh, well, okay then.
Usually is. Genital tease. Oh, Cantarium, that's right.
I think I'm gonna need to put together some assemblers here, so...
Mm-hmm. No, actually, I was trying to get Zyx into oh fuck, that's right, I need to actually make those. I was trying to get Zyx into Mass Effect or Mass Effect 3 co-op. I kind of enjoyed that, but I don't even know if it actually continued it on. I think Zyx said no, so...
How you found our stream? I'm pretty sure it was Terraria or Remnant from the Ashes when you found us.
I think he's saying he doesn't like us that much after asking that question. Nah, I think the same things from time to time. I think he was Remnant, honestly. No, well, no, because if he was to join us during Remnant, so it would have been Terraria. Because around the time he would have joined us, would have been around the agony of doing the Beehive boss. And that was just like 10 hours of us getting destroyed. So, do you remember 10 hours of us getting fucking wrecked by the Beehive boss and Remnant from the Ashes? Because I remember. I remember because Zyx brought it up one time, so now I have PTSD again. Fucking I need... God, I hate that boss. But yeah, it'd be one of those two.
I think that's about the right time frame.
Like seriously, that's on some next level how much anger I'm feeling right now. Think back to that stupid BL boss. We literally spent 10 hours trying to kill one boss. We succeeded. And it's one of those things that, I mean, I kind of want to go back to the game, but that's one of those where it's like, oh, look, we have to take on the Beehive boss. I don't know if I want to keep playing. Oh,
No, the thing that kills me, like our one successful run of the Beehive boss, we were kicking ass, and
I killed Xanax.
Buddha fucking domed me in the head.
He had an enemy over his shoulder. I was like, okay, if I shoot over his shoulder, I can kill him, and then Xanax will help me and we'll take on the boss. And I end up headshotting him. And we were so close to the end, and I was 90% sure I just fucked us over, so we're gonna have to do it over again. So I'm now freaking out. My butthole, nothing's coming. I couldn't fart. And I happened to kill it. I almost shit myself with so much relaxation where it's like, oh, we're done. We don't have to take it on again. Recording. Xanax has the recording.
Yeah, it's.
You can hear the terror and relaxation in my voice. It still exists. That was.
Yeah, no, I made a, I made a clip of that one.
Oh my god, that's still. And I can remember it too. Like I remember where your position. I remember I was positioned. I remember where the monster was positioned. I remember where the fucking Beehive monster was positioned. Ah, god, I fucking hate that boss. Hate him. Passion. Like I don't. That Beehive boss has earned a crown. Now maybe if I think back to it, there's a few others, but that one, the Beehive boss.
Yeah, no, I know there's a clip on YouTube. I know there's a clip on Twitch. Like that fight was too important to not be immortalized.
Dude, when it comes to the Apocalypse Beehive boss, especially on co-op, I don't even know what it means to get good. Like I said, we spent 10 hours trying to beat that damn thing. That's iridium, isn't it? Oh no, that's copper. And yeah, no, we prepped out as best as we could. We had it was previous to the Latos armor, so we didn't have the best armor, but
no, we got Latos like 3 or 4 boss fights after that.
But yeah, no, taking that thing on Apocalypse difficulty. Oh yeah, that was. When it comes to video games, that for me is agony. That is like the most pain I've ever felt playing a video game and wanting to continue. And I got so close to rage quitting. You could talk to Xanax on that one. Like the final boss of the DLC, while aggravating to the extreme, was like a cakewalk in comparison to that stupid fucking boss.
Never mind the fact that I clutched the final boss of the DLC on like the 7th or 8th try.
Oh, yeah, no. Xanax is the reason why we beat the game. All I did was cheerleader it at the end, but oh yeah, no. When we beat that game, even with Lato's armor, that's the terrifying aspect. End of the game, we have pretty much the best shit we can get, Lato's armor. But yeah, no, fuck. Fuck that stupid Beehive boss. Fuck him in any orifice he has. All the beeholes. Go watch our YouTube. You'll hear me, bitch. Yeah, you'll hear me, bitch. That was not a happy stream for the Buddha.
The successful run is the only thing that's on YouTube. The failures are not on YouTube.
Really? You didn't upload? So bitches Xanax thing, because we had 10 hours of failure. Well, maybe 9.5, because we did beat it on our 5th stream, and we would stream for like 2 hours.
The streams are on YouTube, but the successful attempt has its own video.
Oh, okay. So the success. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is like trauma. God, I'm actually feeling the rage again.
I gotta take a leak. You're primary. Be right back.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I'm a mixture of hoping that's the most rage I feel in a game, but then again, probably good for streaming if it's not, but fuck the beehive boss. Ah, the old feelings, the tingling in the skin. Floor. Oh, pound sand. Yeah. Contrary to my name, Buddha has a bit of a rage issue. I literally could not let it all out. Gandhi's a little bitch, and I learned that from a legit Indian. And Leto's armor is it's a random event. It's the strongest armor with the heaviest weight. And so the only way me and Zyonix was using it is if we which we did, is if we got a ring using blood shards, which made all armors pretty much weightless, so you can always have maximum mobility. But yeah, it's literally the heaviest and strongest armor in the game. And we got it fairly early because we were doing some farming, because it's in Act 1. And Act 1 is the only place that you can get the Magnum. So we're going for the Magnum. Yeah, I never cared for Gandhi myself.
Fucker
And
was
like,
a pedophile
was actually,
anyways.
so I met this one guy in the military, and like I said, he was Indian, and he was getting angry. He's like, "Come on, man, think about your man Gandhi." He's like, "Dude, fuck that motherfucker." He did not care for Gandhi at all. Chandra, I hope you lived a good life, or you're living a good life.
You know, all this talk of the beehive boss, I almost feel like I want to pull up the YouTube video.
As long as I don't have to do it on apocalypse mode again.
Oh,
I mean,
you know, we're going back to Remnant from the Ashes eventually.
Oh, we are, and I know we're gonna go stupid, and we're probably gonna start off on hard difficulty for the challenge of it. But yeah, no, apocalypse difficulty is where like nightmares are made. That's I don't know if we hit a run where it's beehive. I think I'm gonna want to reset the entire apocalypse run and do it again just to not have that fucker again. God, I hate that boss.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. I want.
we haven't quite hit affiliate yet. We're really fucking close, but we have the average number. We have the average viewers. Did the power just go out?
Huh? What'd you say?
I was just say I heard a noise. I thought the power went out. Anyway, we haven't
The
hit
light is
affiliate.
still on, and you're asking if the power went out.
Sorry, I heard a chunk and I thought the power went out on our factory.
It's because the Jacophosaurus is over there.
All right. Anyways,
No, that's not the Jacophosaurus. My
so
apologies.
we are right there. We're about to hit affiliate. We're about to unlock our subscribe button.
We need like 2 or 3 more streams.
Yeah. So we have the average viewer count. We have the number of followers required. But because I went to DC last month, we have like 2 weeks with like no streams.
And I flew to my last house to move my shit down here the week after that. That's another week that we pretty much didn't stream.
So we didn't have our, like, we have everything else, but we don't have enough streams in the last 28 days. So we're going to be streaming every day this
so
weekend.
Twitch runs on a proper month?
Yeah. But we should be able to apply for affiliate, I think on Monday. And then I don't know how long it takes to actually get your affiliate status, but we're close. We're real fucking close to being able to have a subscribe button.
I mean, the tip is just there.
Just the tip. But thank you, man. Like that means a lot to us. Like it really does.
Yeah, that is a bit of an ego boost.
But we are right fucking there, about ready to get our affiliate status. And there's a lot of stuff we'll be able to do once that happens, like, you know, channel points. Fuck!
Yeah, that too. Fuck. Will totally be available. Coming soon. You heard it from Zonix first.
Ow! I fell off my mountain. I ran out of concrete.
Why?
Thanks, bot. I appreciate that.
I mean, might be a little egotistical, but Zonix thought so too.
I don't know. Whenever we get going, I laugh my balls off. Like, seriously.
No, the problem is the sensitivity of people. That's the biggest thing I run into. So, no, we get some good back and forth. The problem is obviously while playing, we get a little quiet. It's like, okay, you know, we're focusing. So having an outside input helps. But yeah, no, we could talk about anything. We could talk about everything. We're not the best. We're not the dumbest. We're just, hey, you know, this is happening. We got some perspectives. We got some ideas. And the sad part is, the one thing that I know gets people in trouble is, hey, we're kind of honest. And people don't like honesty, so.
Yeah. And every once in a while we get a bit gone and we start talking about politics, which is always dangerous territory as it is. But you know what? If we get to the point where we get suspended by Twitch, no, I was just gonna say, if we get suspended by Twitch, I feel like that alone is like a certain level of success where it's like, you know, if you're big enough that Twitch is like, no, we need to punish these fuckers, like, clearly you have an effect, like.
Yeah. Truth. No, that's not where I want to put you then. Truth isn't bad. Perspective isn't bad. My truth is bad. I.e., people who say, that's my truth. That's your truth. No. That's your opinion. That's my opinion. Fuck whatever you think truth is, because apparently you don't understand language.
Yeah. Or truth.
Yeah. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Well, so does 2 plus, or 2.3 plus 2.3. That equals 5 too. And I don't want you on this channel. Oh, Crash, I do want you on this channel. I just disagree with you as vehemently as possible.
Well, bot, if I had a way to feed you, I would totally feed you.
I don't know. Do you feed on hate? Then you just have to watch. Well, we can't comment on that.
But at the very least, you'll look great in a swimsuit.
Seriously. Your thinness will be the envy of people.
All the fat Westerners that exist in the world. The only thing with the Ethiopians is they have that little paunch belly. Like, I guess if you starve enough, you still like have a little pot belly. It's like, really? That's
You're not working
attractive.
hard enough.
You should starve yourself more. Like,
No, actually, I keep thinking back to Civilization 5, where one of the toutings of Ethiopia is they're the one nation that's
think it does
actually
that.
never truly been conquered by a larger nation, which is fascinating. I mean, you kind of do because of the British. I mean, it's the same way Australia counts as being Western.
yeah,
I mean,
well, that, yeah.
it's
like,
interesting to have cousins that you don't really talk about, but they're there.
well, yeah, like Western world. I think of things like, obviously North America, Europe.
I
But,
actually
like-
disagree. Because the problem is that now this is me being, well,
Pedantic.
the term is kind of ethnocentric, even though I disagree with that. Well, the thing that will get us banned by Twitch, I'm more nationalistic in the fact that, you know what? We're the only country, legit freedom of speech, well, pseudo exists now because blah, 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 hate speech. No, fuck hate speech. That doesn't exist. You have the ability to have guns. You're like, all these things actually exist, and there are certain states that are like, no, we disagree. And it's just like, no, pound sand. Pound the ever-living shit out of all the sand. See, look at where I'm at right now. This all needs to be pounded into glass by the people who are like, no, we need to curtail. No, freedom.
Freedom.
But yeah, no, personally, because the people argue about like democracies and whatnot, and it's just like, well, democracy is like, what is it? Or Benjamin Franklin, one of our founding fathers, said democracy is 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. And that's the problem, is you can't let majority rule, but at the same time, you can't let the sheep dictate everything either. And that's part of where the Democratic Republic, which is the American governmental system, is such a beautiful symbiosis or conjoining or whatever the proper term is.
Yes, Buddha did say, America is the only one with
Yes.
freedom of speech.
I say that and I stand by that wholeheartedly. Especially in New Zealand, man. Are you kidding me? New Zealand has hate speech laws. America, while is now trying for it, does not. So yes, freedom of speech does not exist there. If freedom of speech literally means, in my opinion, that you can say anything, the most horrible. I can think of 1,000 examples, but none of them I can
But
say on
nothing you
Twitch.
can say on stream. No.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is like, think of something that, well, correction. If you can't think of anything that you can't say in your country, then either A, I'm wrong, or B, yeah.
Yeah, no, the thing that's coming up here, like Buddha was saying, was things like hate speech laws, and yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah.
you're allowed to say that
Well,
in
it's
New
not
Zealand
even
anymore.
insert here, but it also so. There are a certain group of people who deny a certain thing that happened during World War II. There are countries, and I believe New Zealand is one of them, who say that you cannot talk about the denial of a certain thing that happened in a certain country somewhere in Eastern Europe that killed about
more
6 million-ish
Central
people.
Europe.
Central Europe, my apologies. And you know what? The fact that you cannot disagree with what that is a proof of you do not have freedom of speech. Even though it's wrong, you should have the right to say what is wrong. You should have the right to say, and that's actually one of the founding concepts where it's like freedom of speech doesn't exist for accepted or popular speech. It exists for the speech that nobody wants to hear. And so when you put things into the shade, and so another quote I thoroughly enjoy, I don't know where it came from, is sunlight is the best disinfectant. You know what? When it comes down to it, an individual should be able to say whatever they want. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And guess what? When they can get proper feedback, you can correct their perspective. But when you isolate them, when you put them to the side, when you put them in a corner, then they get a chance to fester. And when they get a chance to fester, guess what? It grows. So once it festers and grows, you now have a legit issue instead of a, man, these people are stupid.
You know,
So,
Bob
yes.
does have a very valid point there, though.
I'm sorry, I'm working on correcting one of my flaws right now.
Yeah. The fact
But
is,
unless you have
is
been
you're-
here or lived here, your opinion ain't that. I don't agree with that.
I mean, you're talking about. It's the same thing when you have Europeans saying, "Why don't Americans have social medicine?" It's because
And-
America is different.
It is different, but at
Yeah,
the same
but you
time,
can't say that it's okay. It's if you're saying it's okay for you to criticize New Zealand, then you're saying it's okay for.
oh, you can
know,
criticize America. America is not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect. Or am I missing the point again?
It's that you don't understand. I believe the point is that you don't know all the particulars about it.
No, I don't. But at the same time, I understand that New Zealand has certain speech laws, especially after, like, take oh, what was that shooting that happened again? It's that one guy who live streamed it and support PewDiePie or whatever. The boss shooter guy. I believe that was one of those things that led
Wasn't
to a
that Madagascar?
No, that was New Zealand. Yeah, it was New Zealand. Because that's what started leading to a bunch of gun bans. And it also led to a bunch of freedom of speech bans. Well, if you say this, you instigate this type things. And no, I'm not supporting, no, I do not agree with, but at the same time, it did happen and there was a result. And I disagree with both what happened and with the result.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not
America
gonna
is
lie,
a
kind
dumpster
of to
fire.
quote Churchill, actually to misquote Churchill, democracy is the worst government except for all the rest. The USA is the worst country except for all the rest. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of things we need to correct. And there's plenty of people who don't want us to correct it, which is... Have either of you read Heinlein? Robert Heinlein? Specifically Starship Troopers? I highly agree with that.
I wouldn't say there were no freedom of speech laws.
Are
'Cause,
there anti-hate speech laws in New Zealand? Yes or no, bot?
I mean,
Are there words you
we also
cannot say?
we also don't have automatic weapons either.
That's a partial lie, because some people can't have automatic weapons, but they have to have proper documentation, which is something that is totally, totally um, anti-constitutional. But you know, whatever. They want to have their own trigger words. I always find it funny that trigger words is part of, you know, but whatever. Um, but yeah, no, I'm actually fairly hardcore constitutionalist. You know what? You should have cannons. You should have artillery, or correction, you should have the ability to have cannons, artillery, blah blah blah. Pretty much all the way up until. I do have to admit, I will become a little more liberal when it comes to, or conservative, or whatever the proper term is, when it comes to nukes. I do believe in a certain regulation on nukes.
in America we call that a blue law. It's a law that exists on the record, but nobody follows and it's not enforced.
So, are you saying nobody has been persecuted in New Zealand for hate speech? I'm actually really curious about this because I've heard that it has happened. It's kind of like with Jordan Peterson, where he was like, "No, I'm not going to agree with your. I have to respect your pronouns aspect." It happens, and then most people don't care, agree, or ignore it, but it's still on the law, or still on the law books, I should say.
And you know, that's not unreasonable to not know the answer to that question, honestly.
Yeah, no, you don't have to give a yes or, well, if you're arrogant enough, you'll give a yes or no. But if it's like, I don't know, is not a bad answer. It's not. It's an honest answer. There's a shit ton of things I don't know. Saying I don't know is not ignorance. Well, it's like ignorance, but it's accepting of it. It's not egotistical. It's a good response. If you haven't heard of it, then sweet. Maybe I've been paying attention to Fox News, even though I don't really watch those guys. But it's, you know, I don't know. I don't know either. There is a billion plus one things I don't know either. So if you don't know, cool. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably look up now just to see. But yeah, no, it's perfectly fine.
And I
Yeah.
am not using enough petroleum coke.
But I just know that's been one of those things that's been growing, as many countries have been implementing hate speech laws and whatnot. Like there was this one guy in the UK. Well, correction, it involved two people. One guy in the UK, I believe he was a parliamentary dude. Either he was running or he was one, who took the modern pride flag, which includes transgenderism or whatnot. So there's triangles at the base of the flag, and he lined it up to where it looked like a swastika. And when he did it, it was okay. But when some random guy retweeted it or whatever, it became a hate speech that he became prosecuted for. And it's like, what? He just retweeted something. He didn't make it. He retweeted it, but he got in trouble for it. Yeah, no, seriously. Yes is definitive, and yes should be used rarely. Infrequently, rarely. What is? You should only say yes if you know. But the problem is we live in a world where people use yes, I would argue, as like an ego. Yes, I know this for a fact. Do you? Like, actually, there's this one guy I was talking to. He's like, you know, the one organ that insects don't have? What is it? Lungs. I haven't done the research. I don't know. I think you're full of shit.
I'm pretty sure he's wrong.
Yeah. I don't know he's wrong, but I would 90% it that he is wrong. But then again, it also comes down to how do you define lungs? Lungs like we have? because they still exist on oxygen. If you submerge any random insect in water, they die, I believe. Need rebar.
Anyways, we should get to a more lighthearted conversation.
What? We're doing fine with this conversation. But I guess Zynox wants to talk about bunnies now or something like that. They have big, sharp, pointy teeth.
You about it, refill?
I'm gonna need a second. I'm in the bottom quarter. Now, I wish being or admitting ignorance was not a bad thing, though. That's one of those like mild. Wow, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, in the general sense, saying you don't know shouldn't be bad, but most people see it as bad.
No, I know everything about this topic. Really? I don't. And that's why you're wrong. I don't think so.
But kittens are cute, even if they are little monsters.
You know what? I don't think kids or infants are cute, but I do have to think kittens are fucking cute.
I'm not talking about kids. Kids are gross.
Well, they're little fat cartilage balls. They're not that cute, and they make too much noise in a frequency I don't like.
Kids are gross.
No, and that's one of those things like, now to be fair, you know, to give a hat tip to the feminist aspect where it's like, oh, we're just, you know, socialized or whatever. I've never looked at an infant and went, it's cute. It's like, no, it's ugly. I'm just like my dad on that particular front where it's like, no.
All fucking babies look like fucking aliens.
Like I said, they're little balls of fat and cartilage, and they're not adorable. They don't even hit adorable, cute, or anything like that until about 2 years, maybe.
No, I don't think they ever hit adorable.
No, once they started waddling around on their own and whatnot, I got some softness in the heart, but yeah, outside of that, no.
No, they're never cute. Never. Fucking hate people that do that.
Yeah, seriously. Every time I hear that, and 99% times I hear that it's female, it's like, what are you seeing? So, you know, maybe there's some socialization there. I have no clue. And I don't care. It's just, no.
It's a great lie. It's a
Yeah,
lie
seriously.
that people without kids tell, or that people with kids tell people without kids.
Yeah,
that-
it's totally worth it having kids, and then
yeah,
as soon as
it
they
is
start
a
talking to each other,
great
it's like,
fucking
oh my god,
lie.
you're never gonna sleep again. Why is
Yeah,
this a
no,
good thing? Honestly, I think that's part of the reason why people look forward to their golden years, is they get to interact with little children, which they're kind of Stockholmed into liking, and then they get to send it home with their parents and be like, have fun with the children. Enjoy our pain. Enjoy our pain.
I got this fucker all hopped up on sugar and caffeine. What are you gonna do now?
It's a grandparent's right to do this. You're bad people. I've told my own parents that with the grandchildren. Now, I have to admit, I don't agree with the whole socializing aspect. I really do think that, not to be fair, it's not 100% of one side or the other, but by and large, no, infants are not cute, and no, they're not worth it. They can be worth it, but it's literally like a 10, 20-year investment to get to where it's like, okay, I'm glad I did this. Where, yeah.
I mean, 10 to 20 years. Like, I feel like that's optimistic. Like, I think you're looking at, like,
Oh
this
yeah,
fucker
you're
will
straight
take
up
care of
hopeful
me
at
in
that part.
the like you're this fucker is gonna take care of me in the old folks home, because I didn't fucking ruin it.
And I'm too
Like,
much like my dad, where it's like, if I ever end up in I never want to end up in old folks. I'll take other means. I'm not gonna lie, I want kids, but I'm a weird mixture of oddities. So, like the best one, the most baseline one that I could point out is, I hate fish. I love sushi. If you can round that or round that peg into a square, or round that square peg, you understand me. But by and large, it's just, yeah, I'm a box of oddities.
300.
No, but that is a growing trend, especially in Western countries. So that's one way that you can argue your Western countries. Birth rates are minimal. Relationship rates are minimal.
Fucker at least going down. Oh, thank God, it's finally going down.
I was gonna say, what the hell are you looking at?
The amount of petroleum coke I'm producing. The problem is if my petroleum coke maxes out, then
Yeah,
I
it
can't
stalls
make
everything.
it stalls everything.
And that's why we did that one research that burns petroleum coke. I forget what it is though.
Well, I'm using petroleum coke for power plants, and I have 6 more coal power plants over here. And if I need more, I have to run another water line.
Petroleum coke. Ah, come on. How do I look up alternates then? Oh, there's plenty of countries that is running into that issue. And the funny part is because of how masculine women are becoming in Japan. So there's this thing in Asian cultures, well, Asian countries, I should say, not specifically cultures, is they have certain bars. So there are certain bars where guys can go to where you get an attractive woman to, talk to you and whatnot. And obviously you have to buy them drinks, blah, blah, blah. So it's a faux socialization where they're interested and you're enjoying. And now women are so empowered in Japan that they actually have guys who look like anime characters who are feminized and whatnot, who are now getting paid by women to fawn over them. So I mean, it's a fascinating little, wow, never saw that coming. But yeah, no, it's a legit issue that most first world countries, not even Western, just first world countries are running into. And what's the answer? I do have to admit, I get a little perverse pleasure at the idea that there are women who are now going to bars so that they can get talked to by attractive younger males. But the law of unintended consequences is one of my favorite sayings, quotes, laws of reality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna lie here. It's like, if I could get a woman to fawn over me, like, yeah, I'd be a house husband. I'd be totally okay with that.
But they don't fawn over house husbands.
No, they don't. Even if I did put dinner on the table every night at 6 o'clock.
She wouldn't fawn over you, she would just bitch at you. But
I mean, how much money is she making? Like, seriously, like, there's a level here where it's acceptable.
I've heard some stories of women making up upwards of 250K American a year with house husbands, and guess what? They have a relationship. Well, they have a situationship, I guess is more accurate, but
I mean, as long as I can bang the pool girl, I think I'm okay with this.
yeah, you're totally hiring a pool girl under your wife's thumb.
I think she knows what's going on.
Yeah, that's kind of like saying millionaires know what's going on. It's assumed, but it's mostly a lie.
No, just refuse to sign a prenup.
But as Napoleon said, histories are lies that we agree upon. Okay. Muting and doing a refill.
Alright. What the fuck are we doing with Mycella?
Oh, it's a MAM research.
Well, it doesn't look like we have any fucking Mycella.
No, we have very little, but yeah, collect it and then we can use it.
It looks like we have 0 fucking Mycella.
I think I have some in my inventory, but whatever. If you know where it is stored, and I'll find a way to use it.
Alien protein. How have we not done this one yet? Oh, okay. I'm not. Okay. I wasn't understanding what I was looking at. Alright. That was me being dumb. Alright, so. Part splitter, we can do. Power switch, we can do. Free computer, not so much. Mycella. Oh, okay. Grab the Mycella and start doing this research then. Yeah, I can do the fabric so we can make parachutes. Locked. Oh. Got it. Alright. I don't think we have 100 biomass kicking around. Oh, okay, I see it, I see it. I got it. I didn't realize we have so much biomass stored up.
So yes, proof we are in the same domicile.
Oh. Bionic shit, but he doesn't. Well, alright then. I guess I need to go cut down some more Mycella. There's a shit ton over by my fucking oil refinery. I didn't realize we were starving for Mycella. Oh, limestone. Gross. Railguns are cool. I agree with that statement 100%.
Well, their concept is cool. It's just making them. No, even though I never got into the, like, actually, I think I watched part of one episode and I stopped. A book series that's fascinating if you want to think about advanced technologies is the Expanse series. I would highly recommend book. I have no opinion when it comes to the TV show.
TV show is a pile of cum in the corner.
That is what Xanax says. But yeah, no, I have no opinion when it comes to that because I've never watched it. But yeah,
I think you're thinking of the German spot.
what? No.
The railgun that tears itself apart.
Yeah, that's well, yeah, no, well, it wasn't a rail gun, but it was a gun that was on railroad tracks. I forget what it was called, but it was yeah, it was a gun on a railroad track where rail guns, well, in modern vernacular, is literally guns that use electricity to propel it. But yes, the Germans, and I think maybe even the Russians, developed a gun that was on a railroad track that would be able to shoot something like a fucking 10, 20 kilogram bullet, you know, 200 or 200 kilometers type thing.
If it was the Germans, then I know with a 99% certainty it would be called like the Uberschmacken or some shit like that.
I forget what it was called, but yeah, no, the Germans made a gun that that was so big and had so much recoil that it had to be put on the railroad tracks because when it fired, it had to be able to go back like 2 miles to absorb the impact. But I forget what it's called, so.
But I'm saying it wasn't the German cannon.
I don't know of I mean, so okay, just to be.
USA-ish?
I've never even heard of that. I mean, I'm sure there are people who believe that, but I've never listened to them. But and like I said, when it comes to a rail gun, modern vernacular is a gun that uses electricity to propel it so it has greater velocity. But
I don't know. Like I like this USA-ish as the official language.
I don't know. Part of me thinks it's connected to shit like Spanglish, which I want to backhand. Language is language. If a language is better at one thing, then actually, that was a very early conversation I had with Onyx. Like, straight up, hey, I enjoy eating burgers. I enjoy eating burgers too. So one of the things that I am fascinating about in modern society is that that people don't use language in a slightly bastardized way, to where it's like, you know, like one of the terms I had a Spanish teacher was simpático. Now, to be fair, I don't remember what it means, but I think it means like a very good person, very good deed type thing. But people don't use that, and it's like, you know, that if it's a word that sticks out in such a way and has such a vast definition, use it. It's the same thing with Japanese. They have a nakama, I want to say. I could be getting that pronunciation wrong. My apologies. But it's a word that can mean anywhere between friendship, coworker, battles in battle or brother in arms type thing. Like, it has a vast level of meaning that when you have to use context to understand. So there are words that are so vast and so potent that you have to understand the context to understand the meaning. But at the same time, there are languages where it's like, yeah, me and Xanax are friend. Me and Xanax are nakama, or like I said, I don't think that's the right word. Nakamai? I'm totally drawing a blank on the word right now. But it's one of those where there's like a vast level of meaning where it can mean 5 different things depending on the context. So, but USA-ish, I have no fucking clue.
I support this. I think it should be USA-ish.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. 1,000 different things.
Like, why aren't more people talking about this? Like, the British have been trying to separate themselves from us for centuries.
The British are the British. And who knows, maybe that's some of my aspect when it comes to Australia and New Zealand. They're just faux British. I mean, you guys try. I'll give you that.
Britannia, fuck yeah. Coming again to make people drink tea over coffee. Britannia.
You. Actually, I don't think I've ever had tea.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't think I've ever had tea. Which is funny since I drink black coffee now, but you know, whatever. Apparently, if you want to be healthy, you need to drink green tea, but you know, whatever.
Well, that's not real tea.
Okay, what's real tea? Earl Grey, I
Earl
guess.
Grey. If I learned anything from Star Trek, real tea is Earl Grey.
But Picard is now a little pansy-ass little bitch, so he
You
doesn't
know
count
what?
anymore.
He's not. The new Picard series is not canon.
Nope. I am now pure Cisco. 100%. I forget what his first name is, Cisco.
Benjamin Sisko.
Benjamin. Wow, I was way off. I was not thinking a B is the best I can say. I was thinking something like a J or an R or something like that. But yeah,
What,
Benjamin
like Ramon?
Cisco.
Like, what the fuck were you going for there?
Like, yeah, I was thinking a letter. A letter was resonating, not a specific name. But yeah, no, Benjamin Sisko. He is the pimpness when it comes to Star Trek now. Don't care about Janeway. Never cared about and this is gonna get me in a lot of trouble. What's his name? The first one.
Kirk.
Kirk. Never cared for Kirk. But Picard and Benjamin Sisko. Picard is now you. So now it's Benjamin Sisko. Benjamin Sisko is the only Star Trek guy, our leader, that fucking matters.
I expected more myself out of that.
Okay, so I got quartz being produced now, so we're gonna have a nice backlog for what we need it. Production manufacturing, because whoa! That's a shit ton. Oh god, we need reinforced frames.
Heavy modular frames.
that too. So I guess I need to see if there is there any limestone in your general vicinity. Congratulations, you're part of the rest of everything that exists on the planet. Sorry, bot says he drinks water, which is a lie because he's a bot, but actually it's not a lie because he used it for cooling, but you know, whatever. Unless he's a Futurama bot, in which case he drinks alcohol, but which is like New Zealand or Germany, Ireland, Scotland, New Zealand, Australia.
Yes, I do have limestone nearby. What are you trying to achieve?
Oh, actually, no, you're not. Okay, I lied. What I was thinking doesn't matter.
Because if you're looking for heavy modular frames, you want to build it near my existing modular frames.
Yeah, my modular frames is already twofold, so.
Yeah, so heavy modular frames, you're looking at steel pipe, modular frame, encased industrial beam, and screws, all of which are going to be near the main manufactory point.
Of course, there's been one fail now that I think about it. We haven't looked at actual current research.
Oh, yeah, it's been a minute since we looked at current research.
Conveyor belt 4. That's new.
Fuck. I have to make smart plates again? Good God.
Of course we do. We have to make all that shit eternally.
Yeah, because the modular engine is motors, rubber, and smart plates, so that's...
Okay, so we got gas mask and we got alternative fluid transport. We don't mostly care about that, but industrial fluid buffer is something that you're going to be interested in. Packager, I guess, could be nifty, but we're almost never going to use it. Jetpacks is tier 6, and we could do it, but we need to be able to make package fuel.
So TikTok is the embodiment of an abortion.
I mean, I love TikTok just because it shows that or the opinion of stupid people, but by and large, it is just it's the observation of the average humanity.
It is
whatever.
proof that average intelligence is lower than anyone expected.
Yeah.
That's basically what
I've said this before. Social media is once it can be done at least relatively unbiasedly, is going to be amazing in its research. It's going to be like, okay, here's this, here's this, here's this, and there's going to be enough social and political breakdown to show this is why this became a thing, this is why this became a thing, this is why this became a thing. So, yeah, and on top of that, it's also going to be a positive perspective, which is actually even more terrifying, about why national media is a horrible thing. So I like it because of its destructive nature and the hopes that we're gonna overcome the destructive nature, I guess would be my perspective. But yeah, it's the same perspective I have with Twitter, Facebook, all social medias. They're all fucking horrible. But we'll learn about the human condition in a way that cannot be done in 100 group studies. We're looking at a study that's going to be hundreds of millions of people across multiple social stratospheres among multiple ethnic and there's a different word I'm looking for, but ethnic stratospheres too. So social, ethnic, religious, like all the stratospheres are now intercombining in a way that's like, wow, this is terrifying.
Where I'm more of a crime against humanity kind of opinion.
I mean, it is, but it's the same thing. You know, you study enough sociopaths, you learn what they do, and you learn how to start to identify them. Kind of the same thing in my mind, at least. No, I think that's the best way to come up with it. Social media is like researching crime scenes to understand other crime scenes. Social media is understanding the common person, well, they're all stupid, the common person to understand the rest of them. In which case, and this is where it's even more terrifying, which makes it easier for larger like media industries and whatnot to manipulate them. And it's like, oh, well, they respond to bad, so we're just gonna say bad with the stuff we want, or some of the things we want to talk about. Is it bad? Who fucking knows? But we're gonna say bad because it's gonna lead to a response that we want. But thankfully, like most stimuli, like drugs and whatnot, after a certain level, most people are going to become desensitized, and where it's like, why is this bad again? Because they say it is. But that bad doesn't make sense. So what the hell's going on? Or at least that's my hope.
Don't worry about
And
it.
sadly
We
enough,
also
it's a
have
hope.
the humor of 12-year-olds.
It's sad that I don't think you can comprehend how much I have to censor myself on this. I mean, I'm not even sure how much I'm gonna de-censor myself on my own stream, but yeah. Oh, it has to be manufactured then.
Yeah, if you're talking about more than 2 ingredients.
Well, right now there's a smokeless powder. I'm trying to figure out how the hell I make the smokeless powder. Probably
Short answer, thought? No, I don't think they ever will.
No, never. I mean, I only dabbled in the Half-Lives. I had a friend who was really into them, but no. It's been what, like 20 years since Half-Life 2? Half-Life 3 is never gonna happen. Hell, I'm actually a little surprised that they made a Portal 2, and that was garbage too. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was still garbage in comparison.
No, Portal 2 was good. The biggest issue Portal 2 had was it was always going to be compared to Portal 1.
And Portal 1 had the worst fans.
Yeah, not like
No,
Portal 2 was a great game.
I agree with Zero Punctuation too much on this one, where it's like Portal 1 was like a walnut corset. There was no spare room. It was tight. It was a very tight game. Where Portal 2 was so much fluff, where it's like, okay, I can enjoy, but it should have been better. I think they failed on too many levels on that one. I highly recommend Portal 1. I kind of recommend Portal 2, but it didn't live up to Portal. And don't get me wrong, there's always an issue with the sequel.
Nothing was going to live up to Portal.
Hmm?
Nothing was going to live up to Portal 1.
But I don't know. And like I said, that's part of the problem with sequels, is there's always some weird issue. But yeah, no. Portal 2 was pretty much garbage as far as my brain's concerned.
I disagree with your brain entirely. I
It's
think
just
Portal
fine.
2 was a fine game.
This is not a religious debate, it's a perspective. And I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed the co-op, even though it pissed me off to no end. But I enjoyed, and actually, maybe if I judged it on the co-oping aspect, I think I would have a more beneficial, well, not beneficial, but positive perspective. But yeah, no, Portal 2. I mean, I think I was good until they started adding the slime, the ooze, whatever I'm supposed to call it. And then at that point, that's when I started truly losing interest. But the co-op, if anything, I like the co-op because it frustrated us. Now, because some of the, well, actually all of them were kind of time-based, that irritates me. But it's about lodging or puzzle logic, logicking out the puzzle was the thing I really loved about both.
If you ever get to actually see us truly fight, that will be
That's rare.
rare.
Actually,
Yeah.
The one thing I'm still trying to remember, and this was about a week ago, so we're gonna have flawed memories. So, yet again, banned by Twitch. I'm fairly anarcho-capitalist. Not 100%, but I am. And I don't remember why for the life of me, but Zionics, about a week or two ago, decided to bring up the argument of public schools. And that is one of the ones that we've had the most impassioned discussions on. And in this discussion, it's the whole, regardless of how smart or dumb somebody is, they need to have a place to go, which I agree with. So I agree with government making a schooling system for, in a sense, the unwanted, I guess, is the most simplistic way to put it. But beyond that, the public school system is hyperly flawed, but he is hyper about, no, we need to have schooling system for the Joe Everyman or whatever. I don't know how you would put it, but he brought it up recently, and I might have cheated a bit because I expounded it to things like public or police force and whatnot. Because in America, in Texas, there was a public school that had a public police force that was, fighting against a school shooter, but that public school with the public police force absolutely failed, even though they just finished training going, you know what? If there's a school shooter, there's no hostage negotiation. You go in there and end it, because most school shooters, if not all school shooters, are about the high body count, and that's all that really matters. So I'm still not. I've been pondering why Zyx brought that up, but yeah, that was the third most cutthroat. Well, not cut. This time it was very placid, but that was the third most energized argument we've ever had.
No worries, Commander. We're just glad you're here, man. You don't need to apologize.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't know if I can continue that perspective. The question is, how do you define dumb? Are they getting the results that they want? Is my first question. But yeah, no, Commander, join us as long as you can. Listen to us as long as you can tolerate it, apparently. With what's currently going on in the conversation tree.
No, we're always happy to have you, man. You nope out, that's fine. We're just
But yeah, no,
glad you're
it's
here.
one of those things. Is if I want fire and I get fire, whether it was in a building, outside of a building, blah blah blah, did I succeed because I got fire? And that's part of the problem where it's like school shooters. What do they want? They want, well, as far as I can tell, I should say, they want notoriety and they want attention. So if you give notoriety and attention to school shooters, did they fail? I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. Well, I am disagreeing, but in this, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just stating they want X. Did they get X? If they wanted X and got X, did they succeed? Yeah, it looks like we need to vastly expand our steel.
All right, I gotta take a leak. Be right back.
Okay. So I know I got some. Maybe I do the other steel then. No, and actually, random side note is I was listening to this one guy. I hyperly disagree with him, but I agree with his general concept. Is everybody has an active and a passive thought process, and the guy who was talking is like everybody is a, I forget the first one, but everyone's an entrepreneur, which I mean I can agree with to a certain extent, but everybody has a passive and an active thought process that helps them understand their world and helps them interact with their world. And they use that. So if, like, let's pretend school shooters have a KD ratio. I mean, it's horrible, but let's pretend that's exactly what they have. If their Ks are higher than their Ds, can't they win as far as they're concerned? In which case, yes, they are dumb for their perspective, but at the same time, as far as they're concerned, did they succeed? Now, if they succeeded, there are going to be other people who have the same perspective, and that same perspective could lead to copycat results because they saw the action, they saw the result, and I agree that part of the result is attention. So if you have attention, you propagate the same event. Actually, that's one of those big things in a more right-wing media in America, where they generally don't say, well, not mainstream, I should say. They don't actually say the name of the people who do those events anymore because it's just going to lead to more people doing the same events to try to get the same results. So mitigate the results, well, outside the direct results, and move from there.
I think that's just the Daily Wire that does that. I'm not aware of any other American-based news source that does that.
That doesn't say the name of the individual.
Yeah.
Daily
Like
Wire is one. Don't get me wrong. Well, Daily Wire technically is still independent as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, there's a lot of independent right wing that is just like, no, we're not gonna say the so horrible human piece of shit did X. We condemn type thing, or we don't want this to happen again.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of a funny line to draw for me. Where it's like, this happened. We're not gonna tell you who did it, but this happened.
Well, and that's well, minimizing who did it, I think, has value. You're not gonna erase it. You're not gonna make it 0. But if you make it 10% instead of 100%, I think that does carry value. But that's just me. I mean, we're in a short-term experimental or experiential period for this.
I don't know.
And that's the big thing. We don't know. It could be 100% valid. It could be 100% stupid.
Well, it's virtue signaling at this point, just because
It's virtually signal to not say it or to say it.
To not say it, because all other news organizations are saying it. I mean, you don't have to try very hard to figure out who did what when, you know, the only news organization that isn't actually reporting who did it is the Daily Wire. Like, it's not, you know, if you want to know,
agree and
you
disagree.
can figure it out.
Oh, I wish I could remember that guy's name. So, okay, I'm going to continue on generalities because all I remember is generalities. But there was a CIA agent or FBI agent or something like that who leaked some information, but his name is so heavily, well, not redacted as it were, but if you said it on social media, you would get not copyright strike, but you would get censored, you would get banned. So saying said name would get you in trouble.
Noted.
Was that to me? I wasn't sure if you were looking at chat, so I looked at chat real quick.
No, I said Snowden.
Oh, I heard noted. No, it wasn't Snowden. It was somebody else. I wish I could remember what the hell he was talking about, though.
But yeah,
No, and that's the problem is right-wing media and the social media environment has to play by strict rules, about where left-wing media has almost no rules. Oh look, there was this one guy. Yeah, he literally fought for the RPing and the torturing and the blah blah blahing of like half the population, and even then they barely get in trouble with that. So yeah, no, don't get me wrong, I don't want them to censor either of them, but that's the problem, is I want both of those to be hit with or shot out with the loudest, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Blowhorn as possible, and not just, oh, this one okay, this one bad, and this one greatest. No, shoot them all out. Let's see what happens.
Where the fuck are you?
I'm still playing around near the house. I'm about to start up a new steel mine.
Oh, okay.
So I just made it to where we're making quartz crystals, I believe, and silica. Well, I did that a little while back, actually. And then I'm now going to be working on a new steel production because we're definitely not making enough anything steel. Well, maybe pipe, but...
Oh, fuel generator. I could use that.
That's a sad taste.
Huh?
My e-stick gave me a sad taste. I'll be right back.
Alright.
I need to cover my sadness.
Jetpack. Requires package fuel. So we need to be able to make packaged fuel. Yeah, Buddha's a sad panda right now.
Have you ever tasted sadness? Tasting sadness is... oh, sadness.
He's sad because he hit his e-cig too hard and he got burning. And that's why he's sad. can finish off 5 like right the fuck now.
Well, I have multi-level of sadness, but yeah. Yeah, no, both me and Xanax are, well, depending on how you want to look at it and define it, recovering smokers. And we enjoy our e-cigs. And e-cigs use cotton as an absorbent for their, for the nicotine liquid. And if you burn the nicotine liquid low enough, you taste burning again. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a mixture of, oh wow, I know this flavor. I kind of like this flavor. Then there's the intellectual, ah shit, that's gonna cost me money. So, at least that's what goes through my mind. You have to talk to Xionix what goes through his mind. But yeah, that's ultimately what goes through my mind.
I never enjoy burning cotton.
I kind of do, because like I said, it reminds me of cigarettes, and it's like, oh.
No, I do not enjoy burning cotton. 100% do not enjoy burning cotton. I hate that flavor.
Sorry, part of my brain now is like, okay, what does nicotine taste to you then?
Not burning fucking cotton.
It's still burning something. So you enjoy the burning rat poison, I guess? Which is there for flavor.
Or the cyanide.
Yeah, that's the problem, is just like many other things, is I'm fairly non-judgmental. It's just like, yeah.
Both of us actually used to smoke.
I smoked a lot more. Oh, dude, I got close to smoking 2 packs a day. I know you can tell that by my high-pitched voice, well, nasally voice, I should say.
Yeah, no, both of us smoked for when we met. We both still smoked.
No, I still do have, I guess, it's just dormant, a lot of rage. And smoking helped mitigate said rage. Well, not mitigate, but temper? Lessen. Whatever the proper term is. I think lessen is the proper term. No, it's actually one of those funny things. So I got a guy at work. He's like, yeah, no, I'm actually a very angry person. And because I've gotten in trouble with such things before, I'm just like, uh-huh, yeah. Tell me how angry you are.
Yeah, no, neither one of us would encourage smoking.
No, don't smoke. Smoking is bad. And I'm not saying it for health reasons or anything. It's a waste of money. That is my literal perspective. Don't smoke. It costs too much money. But just like coffee and alcohol, God, I love the effect.
Thankfully, e-cigs give you most of the effect that you get from cigarettes.
Well, at least enough of it.
Yeah, and fun fact, like, and we're not encouraging this behavior at all. Nicotine itself
Is actually not toxic.
well, I mean, enough of it is. But it's a
enough
lot like
of it is, yeah.
yeah, it's a lot like caffeine. Like if you take enough of it, it'll kill you. But like a little, you know, like drinking a cup of coffee or having a cup of tea, like that's
Not
generally
bad.
considered.
It's actually
healthy.
beneficial.
Yeah. Now, what we do isn't necessarily healthy,
No.
but it's not as bad as other things we could be doing.
No, it's one of those, if you look... Actually, so I was talking to this one guy, And it was like random trivia, you know. Hey, what do the 5 rings of the Olympics stand for? I don't remember. I don't care. But my response after that is, yeah, okay. Who started the Olympic torch running? Zonix might remember this or know this, but I don't think anyone else will. Well, anyone else watching currently will.
You're on a blank.
Yeah. Okay, so for the random, who started the Olympic torch running for the Olympics? I'm not saying that my nasally voice comes from smoking. I'm just saying, you know, maybe it helped modulate the voice a bit. Then you have you have funny facial hair, bot.
Yeah, you gonna answer the question, or you're just gonna leave us hanging?
Oh, seriously? That guy said that too. Totally picked it up instantly. Hitler is actually the person who started the Olympic torch running.
He wasn't a smoker.
No, I said Olympic torch running. Yeah, he was a vegan, so obviously he didn't start the... Or obviously he wasn't a smoker. Henceforth, and he loved puppies. No, I pointed that. Yeah, that is true. Bots cannot grow facial hair.
Only facial pubes. Don't feel too bad, bot.
Yeah, pretending is, you know, just as good as pretending. Ah, fuck berries. I totally forgot what I was doing. Fail.
Where the fuck are we making encased iron beams?
Near the steel plate area. And you might want to switch yourself to primary since you haven't for a while. I mean, I am awesome. The Buddha is all zen about that, but yeah. But yeah, you want to go where our initial coal production is. Well, our initial steel production is. Did you find it, or do I need to come point it out to you?
I'm just drawing a blank on where the fuck it is.
Oh, you're so... Zionix is Zionix. Apparently he remembered that we were working on rubber, but apparently he doesn't remember how the manufacturing is set out. So now I, the Buddha, need to point out where the encased iron beams are. And it's probably going to take enough time for me to get there for him to even attempt to remember.
I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking blonde moment here.
You're making blondes look embarrassed at this point. Oh look, steel encased beams. So I am now standing on the thing that has it. I found it instantly. Come to where I'm at. So come west, apparently, since you're directly east of me. Sight unseen. Did it without seeing it once earlier. Bam! Buddha's the best. That's why I'm here, to help the Zionix, because he makes things that even he can't remember. See? Oh, look at that. Oh, tasty encased iron beams. Mmm, yes.
I fucking hate you so much right now.
So jelly. So jelly. I'm not the main
seriously,
person.
he has pink hair and shit. Like,
Actually, funny enough, Zonix is the one who Wow, we really are a female.
Yeah.
Well, it's just how you're standing and whatnot. You'd have to look from my perspective on that one.
No, all characters in this game are female.
Well, I'm just saying the way you were standing is like, oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm holding a scanner.
Yeah, you were holding a fucking tase blade earlier.
What? All right.
But yeah, no, actually,
motors
Zonix was
over
the
here.
first person to tell me, it's like, you know what? I think there are PCs and NPCs. And I'm not gonna lie, I totally jive with that. I still jive with that.
Yeah, and I still believe that. Basically, the fundamental principle is not everyone you interact with is a real person.
Or sentient.
Yeah.
And the sad part is it's not an egotistical statement. It's just observational, I guess, the best way to put it. I'm not sitting here saying, you know what, my wing is, 10 feet long. I'm just saying, hey, I know my wing is what it is. Not saying it's big, not saying it's small. I just know what it is.
And it's a level of basically not necessarily self-reflection, but
Well, it's a mixture of self and the world around you.
yeah, like being aware of yourself and how you impact others, like, and people just don't realize, like, yeah, they don't realize that they are interacting with other people.
Just because you have an audio cable input, I don't know if that's the proper measurement for audio input, but whatever. Are you, correction, I'm going to ask you, Xanax, are you going to be good to grab 5 motors and put it into the spaceship, or do I need to do it?
I'm putting it in right now.
All right.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Shh. No, and
25 heavy modular frames and the 95 motors was me. I just didn't have enough motors.
yeah. Well, I knew I did the plastic and the copper wiring.
Yeah,
But
you
those
did.
are easy. The rest of the other two were definitely you.
Fluids can now be packaged to
No,
allow
and
transportation via
I don't know. It's one of those, like,
Additionally,
I think part of being a PC is understanding the world around you. Like, if you're literally, and this is gonna get us in, well, get me in trouble. If you're literally like paychecking to paychecking, which I'm technically kind of a part of, you're more likely an NPC than a PC. Not definitively, but just likely. You're operating on basic inputs. And you know what? I may be a PC as far as I know. The only thing I can say is the biggest thing my biggest flaw is I'm too apathetic. I just don't care. World War III tomorrow. Okay? If a nuclear explosion, let it happen not near me or way away from me. Or no, way away from me or right on top of me. Those are my two perspectives. Don't care. And that's kind of the area I land in. So it's not, enlighten or anything like that. It's just, oh, yeah. No, the more I think about it, the more I'm just straight up apathetic. I don't care. World peace, hooray. World strife, hooray. I just don't care. And not caring is actually one of my biggest issues in, my personal life experience.
Don't you care about the plight of the proletariat? The correct answer is no.
I care more about my toenails, and guess what? I allow my toenails to grow long enough that they actually cause damage to my property. So yeah, I don't care. And that is a true statement. That is not an exaggeration. That's not a boast. That's a literally. I've had my toenails grow long enough to destroy things, and I don't care. I mean,
Buddhist toenails are more important than the plight of the proletariat.
Well, and yet again, another one of those, yet again, why I hate people, is people care who is who banging, who is who, you know, I don't care who, well, sorry, I'm older. I don't care who Angelina Jolie is hooking up with. I don't care who, I'm forgetting actresses. I just don't care. I don't care what they look like. I don't care who they're hooking up with. Are they in a movie? Is it a good movie? No, I don't care about them then. And I remember there was a handful of times I tried to like follow people like directors, i.e., Steven Spielberg and oh, what's his other nugget? Star Wars guy.
George Lucas.
Yeah, I tried to follow these guys for a little bit, and guess what? I don't like their movies. There are some movies I like, but by and large, I don't like their movies. I don't fucking care. Hell, I remember Indiana Jones guy.
Harrison Ford.
No. The director, dude.
George Lucas.
No. George Lucas is Star Wars. I'm talking about Indiana Jones director.
I think that's George Lucas.
No, it's not. Shit, what was his name again?
The only other person that could be is Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg made AI, and I was like, okay, you know, apparently Steven Spielberg made some movies that I liked. I'm gonna watch a movie that he made, and it was AI. AI was a bit of a Pinocchio movie. I watched it. It was a horrible movie. I hated it. I mean, watch it and make your own decision, but I think it was a garbage movie. And that's the problem is, like, when I tried to follow some of these people, it's like, yeah, no, they're bad. I don't like them. Oh, that's right. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's the same thing like when it comes to video games and whatnot. It's like, oh yeah, no, this person did this, this person did this, this person did this, and I'm like, I don't care. Did I like one of the one of my favorite video games, random. Sorry. One of my favorite video games is Chrono Trigger. Great game, play it. But one of the main artistic designers, which I mean, I guess if you look at it, it comes through for the characters is the guy who eventually made Dragon Ball Z. And guess what? I don't want Chrono Trigger to look like Dragon Ball Z characters. That actually pissed me off. But still, Chrono Trigger is an amazing game. I mean, I don't know how much they thought out, and even watching some of the shit where they're like, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. They went through some shit to make Chrono Trigger, and it is one of my favorite games. If it comes down to favorite games, I guess it would be Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Dishonored, and Mass Effect. Because I think, well, and 7, I get Final Fantasy 7. I think those are the games that I have literally spent the most time playing. Well, no, Final Fantasy 6 would be in there.
Most time playing, I feel like, has to be Civ 5.
Wow. Yeah, that is true. I'm ignoring that
I don't
for the
think that's
continuity.
fair, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually, you know what? Even though with what we did, Zox might beat me in Final Fantasy V. I did a lot of or failed and horrible solo games, but Zonix did a fair amount of successful solo games. But yeah, no, and you know what? I played more Civilization than Zonix ever had, and guess what? He taught me how to play Civilization. Yet again, guess what? Maybe I'm a PC, or NPC. I have no fucking clue. But yeah, I still remember because I always played passive when it came to Civ, and I did fairly well. And I told him once where I was playing on Prince and I got wiped out, and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He got all the way up to like Emperor, then got wiped out, and she's like, oh, so that's what you're talking about. Yeah, but I did it on like fucking Prince. Now you have to play Civilization to understand what the fuck we're talking about, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. Turn-based strategy games, fucking Zonix is the Grand Master. I'm that guy drooling on the corner going, I like the taste of lint, and he's taught me a lot. But I'm still tasting lint. We did go head to head once or twice, didn't we? No, we did. And you won both times.
I beat you every time we went head to head in 5.
So, yeah, no, I mean, I aspire, I attempt, but yeah, no, when it comes to turn-based strategy games, like the only turn-based strategy game that I have a chance of being Xynex on is Risk. That's the only one that I think I've gotten close to like a 50-50 on. Everything else, where it becomes more dynamic, I lose.
And I taught Buddha how to play Risk.
Yeah, he taught me how to play Risk. He taught me how to play Civilization. I can beat him on Risk. I have failed to beat him on Civilization. And I'm the one who introduced Civilization, which actually I take as a bit of a pride thing. So
You also beat me on XCOM.
that one was glorious. No, the thing when it comes to yeah, actually I'm still I forget where I was going with that one, but XCOM, yeah, I beat you, and I did it twice, and the one time you beat me, you cheated, as far as I'm concerned, so. I went in with like a level 1 soldier who stabbies. He went in with like an advanced mech who could shoot you from like 5 tiles away.
Alright,
And had
so
like 10 times the hit points.
we were testing off the PvP scenario, and I said to just test, don't worry about building a squad, just pick a single unit. So we didn't spend a whole lot of time setting up the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the single unit I chose
Was one of the biggest, meanest units, and I chose stabby boy.
not my fault. You didn't take advantage. Of
You
the
were
rules I
further
set
enough in the game than I was. Do you know such a thing was an option? So there's godlike character and there's insect. I chose insect apparently. He chose godlike character. Take a guess how that would. But karma, even though I don't believe in it, favored the
karma ruined
Buddha
my
because I
fucking
beat
day.
him the next 2 times where we did it legitimately. So Buddha's better. No, I still love that ghost run that I did where I had all those phantoms against yours. Like, I think that was my favorite one because, like, oh, look, there's Xanax moving. There's Xanax moving. There's Xanax moving. And then all of a sudden just wreck. Oh shit, he's over here. Recloak. Where are the enemies?
Yeah, no, you ruined my fucking day with that one. But I learned my goddamn lesson. The only reason you won the third one was because RNGesus was on your
Oh,
side.
RNG straight up loved me. Okay, maximize my screen real quick, or just look at my screen, depending on how you want to do that.
Man, what's up?
So I can either do gas mask and inventory slots, which is going to be fabrics, rubber, and plastic, or I can go to tier 6, which is going to be more. I mean, it's still stuff we can make, and jetpack is here with 50 package fuel, but stuff we
Do
can
we
make.
have enough mycella for you to make the fabric? Because I can bring home the plastic and the rubber right fucking now.
All right, give me one
The
second.
box right next to you should be where the mycella
Yeah.
is.
We can actually already make.
Yeah, we can already make the fabric. I'm just saying, you have enough mycella to make the required fabric.
Well, do you want parachutes or do you want synthetic polyester?
No, I'm
or
talking about the policy. Obviously, you don't have like, cause you need 50 fabric, right? You have mycella, you can make fabric. You
Yeah.
need fabric and um fucking biomass or whatever. No, it's not in the map. It's at the bench.
You're trying.
Other bench.
What do I need 50 at this bench?
Fabric. Up, 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 up. Up. Below color cartridge.
What do I need fabric for?
You need fabric for the next research.
Research where?
At the hab. Level
And
5.
what is
You need
so
50
for
fabric.
this? Okay, that's where I was asking though. Are we going for this next? That's where I
Well,
wasn't sure.
Do we have enough mycella to make the 50 fabric? Because I have the rubber.
Okay, I get you on that front. I just wasn't sure when you were talking about that where it's like, maybe?
So I need to bring home another 23 mycella. If I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, so you need another 23 mycella, then we combine that with the biomass, which we do have.
Okay.
Quick thing. Yeah, you need 23. No, it's the same thing or same issue I had at work where it's like, how far can I go when I hear some of these things? Because, I mean, I don't get offended, and the fact that I don't get offended is what leads to the issue where it's like, oh yeah, I could say X horrible joke. To me, it's like saying, oh, look, my toe itches. But to everyone else, it's like, oh, look, I just killed all your puppies. No, my toe itches. Why'd you kill my puppies?
Because my toe itches.
No, my toe itches. I don't have an idea what the hell you're talking about. But
How much rubber do we need for that research? You didn't pick it, did you?
pick what?
Research.
No, I did not.
I remember correctly, it was approximately 100 rubber. Can't leave my nuts.
Mm-hmm. So I'm good to wind down. You?
Well, let's finish this off real quick. I'm coming home.
Coming home too. What do you mean by finish this off?
The next, ab research. I got rubber. Well, I think I have enough rubber. Should be rubber at the base too, so I want to finish off that.
200 rubber, 100 plastic, and 50 fabric.
All right, I hope there's 100 rubber there.
Yeah, shows it. There's over 100 rubber here.
Yep. I just want to finish this off real quick.
Yeah,
Then we can
I filled up the rubber aspect. We had enough for that.
Yep.
Fabric, if you're not bringing enough back of...
I have enough micella. I know I have enough micella. That's what I spent the last few minutes getting. Make my fabric. Biomass. And I don't care.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I'm straight up throwing things into the garbage can going, nope, don't care, don't care, don't care.
Alright, so I want fabric. Working on 50 fabric right now. Could be uno momento, por favor.
You know, the Blade Runners kind of look like shin braces to me.
Prevent shin splint. And boop.
Milestone reached. Gas masks and
Aw.
filter parts will ensure increased odds of
Thing doesn't
survival
exist
in
for me.
gas-based hazardous environments. Fixit Incorporated would like
Does
to
for
extend
me
a
if you want to
friendly
shift.
advice to not forget to change filters regularly.
You're already primary.
Run into space elevator and gone. Yep, shouldn't exist anymore.
That's right. Like I said, you were already primary. Now I'm just clearing my inventory.
Yeah, no, the only thing I'm overloaded on is cable, but that makes sense.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna wrap this up here. We're at 3 viewers, so we can do a raid. Need just a second. Buddha, entertain while I see if we can't find ourselves a raid target.
Boogity, 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 boogity. I am done. Yeah, and that's part of the problem is most of the things me and Zax want to say are usually offensive.
Generally speaking. But it does look like my buddy Assuratensi is streaming, so let's go ahead and raid him. He's
Take
funny
those
as
3
fuck.
views.
He's a good guy. I enjoy watching him. So, go raid Ashura.
He's on an island. He was very specific.
He was very
about
specific
that.
about the island.
When I asked him a question, he was like, "I'm on an island, dude." It's like I wasn't talking about that, but cool.
Alright, he's funny. I hope you guys check him out. And let's go ahead and raid Ashura real quick.
And here we go.
Last words, Buddha?
We should use that whole clip from Rick and Morty where it's like, "And there we go," or "Here we go," for a raid. That's my final words. Good night.
Good night.
Morning, evening, afternoon, whatever you are. And it canceled apparently.
Ah, fuck me. Why did that happen?
Because you're a bad person.
Apparently. There we go. Good night.
So he claims. So he claims!